Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Can't BS a Ranger bad. Can't BS a Ranger bad.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Play. I always played with dreidels as a youngster. To all of you, from all of us at MSG Network, happy Hanukkah.
Yes, good evening and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Happy Hanukkah. Today is Monday. It is November the 29th. My name is Jim, and as always, I'm joined on the other side of the window by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, good evening, sir. How are you?
Doing very well, except I'm playing injured again. The left upper body injury is aggravating. My tricep is fucking aching like, I don't know, Brad Marchand's honker after Panarin slapped him with a glove in his face.
Yes. Now, Tony D'Angelo made fun of Georgiev being a commie, and he got kicked off the team for it. Brad Marchand does it to Panarin, makes fun of his politics, and nothing.
Who knows what we said? Maybe he said, "I wish Putin would have got your ass last year."
Right.
You don't know. No Monday Night Football intro. You want one, Jim? Put one on.
Well, you're playing hurt, so I was trying to go easy on you. You know, all right.
I got a short and quick one.
All right.
Jets win. Giants win. Both teams look horrible. But the real winners for Monday night are the New York Metropolitans signing Max Scherzer to a $50 million per about contract for 3 years. They're going with the youth movement, 37-year-old pitcher, but he did have his lowest ERA last year. But enough of that. Hockey, and that much more on Blueshirt Underground with Jim and Eddie. Now over to you, Giff.
Beautifully done. What a tremendous sports weekend here in New York. The New York Giants with a thrilling, dominant, not even close, kicking those Philadelphia Eagles, their trash, their horseshit eating fans back to the curb, sending them down the New Jersey Turnpike with a dominating 13-7 win at Giants Stadium in East Rutherford. And the Jets, the Jets, Jets, winning.
Yeah, against
the Houston Texans.
The only team they could
beat.
Beat.
You know what? But there's a good way. The Texans beat the Titans twice, and the Jets beat the Titans, right? Now the Jets beat the Texans. So, in that little round robin, the Jets are champions. Raise a banner.
Well, I'm glad you look at it that way. I looked at it as Zach Wilson is still awful. And that's really what this season is about, is to make him progress, and that's not happening.
Sean Stein, one of our good friends, one of the hosts of the Two Guys, One Cup podcast, that our old friend was just bashing. The Jets are winning, and he's bashing Zach Wilson yesterday on Facebook. This guy doesn't have it. He doesn't look around for his receivers.
I saw that.
He was just going off. I'm like, you guys won, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's not what the season's really about. I mean, it is about that, making some progress, as they say up north. But the guy is just not looking. He's not progressing. So,
well, neither is Daniel Jones. We're only 3 years into that experiment.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I know. Well, we're talking about all the bad things here because really, there's nothing really bad going on in Rangerville right now, Jim.
Everybody's a winner these days. The Rangers sitting pretty in third place. 13-7, Eddie. 29 Pernts. 7-2-1. If you go by that loser point, I'll call it 7-3 in their last 10. 3 wins in a row, including beating our most hated rival, the New York Islanders, in the UBS Center. The Rangers christen their new home. All our fans in attendance, 10,000 strong. Sean McCaff counted them as they were coming in. 10,000 Ranger fans in attendance.
Wow. So there were more Ranger fans than Islander fans at the IBS Arena?
At the UBS, yes. And the Rangers come away with a 4-1 win, thrashing the disease-ridden, undermanned New York Islanders. Now, before we get to all of this, and we will get to all of it, I have a little something special here that I wanted to do.
I love surprises.
And I wanted to bring on, let's bring her in. This is my daughter, Megan.
Hi.
Hello, Megan.
Tomorrow is Megan's 15th birthday.
15?
Yes.
She
Time
is 15
flies.
years old. Now, Megan, I don't know if you remember this, but we're going to go way back into your childhood here.
Blueshirt, Fanta, radio, here's Maddie and Eddie.
Yeah, that was
And then
great.
you did this one for us.
Hi, this is Megan, and you're listening to the Blueshirt Underground Show with Jim and Eddie. Happy anniversary. There's 10 years of my childhood I'll never get back.
So when was that first one? When was that for? How old were you in the first one?
Well, yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. And now here she is, 15, all grown up.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go driving. And she's got a big stud in her nose there. That was her 15th birthday present.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
I can schedule my permit test in April.
See that you gotta stay in the middle of your. There you go. You're not on Snapchat. You have to actually talk to your camera here.
Now, did your dad have any reservations about you getting the nose pierced? Or was he cool about it?
I think he was absolutely in love with the idea.
Really?
How dare you? No, she's lying.
Oh,
I was completely against it. I'm still against it.
What? This is nothing.
It's just
You just don't like it?
I don't have to wear it. So ultimately, I knew I'd lose the argument. So, but I don't.
You can't even see it because of my
I never
glasses.
liked them. I never liked them. So
Never liked them?
I was never a fan of the nose ring. So
It's not a nose ring.
what? Sure, it is. What is it?
It's a stud.
All right.
Yes.
Well, whatever it is. Whatever.
I approve of it. But then again, I don't have kids, so
You
I would
approve.
let my kids run amok, whatever
That's
they
all
want to
That's all she ever worries about is Eddie's approval.
do. No, I'm just saying, like,
Uncle Eddie.
go ahead, get the nose ring.
Right.
I'd rather have a nose ring than have them with the tattoos, the whole sleeve of tattoos. How would you feel about that, Jim?
Well, my son's got that.
I'm just saying, at 15,
He's tattooed head to toe.
Would you let your daughter get a tattoo at 15?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, the tattoo would, depending on what it was. I mean, yeah, that would have bothered me less.
Okay.
Honestly.
Are you going to get a tattoo now?
Yeah, right. She's going to go talk to her mother. Dad just said on the air it was okay for me to get a tattoo.
This whole time I've been screen recording, Dad. So
Very cool.
All right, my dear. I just wanted to say happy birthday and let the
Happy
BSU crowd
birthday.
say happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you too.
Bye. There she
There you
is,
go.
15 and all grows up.
I don't mind. Again, if I had kids and they want at 15, they want to get that side ring there. I'd rather have that. They always can take it out as opposed to a tattoo.
Right. I understand.
That's just me.
All right. So let's get back to hockey. Rangers, Islanders, Eddie. What a game. Chris Kreider, 2 goals. Kevin Rooney. Kevin Rooney. How about this fourth line, Eddie?
Wonderbar. Chris Kreider, the gift that keeps on giving. He's on a pace for like 60 goals, this guy. Phenomenal. The Kevin Rooneys of the world. The fourth line looking well.
When you got a fourth line guy that's got 5 goals in 20 games, that's not too shabby.
No, that's
Not at all.
superb. The guy has been a steal. Coming over from New Jersey via free agency, I think. Jawad Gawant also extends his happy birthdays. From Port Flacker. Maui, give it a break.
He's a good man, Sam.
Kreider, man.
Are you kidding, man? Like, seriously, Maui. No. Seriously, the kid.
Seriously, Maui.
Seriously, Maui. Hey, listen, Gallant's putting all the right buttons. I mean, you know what? I don't give a shit how this guy talks. I mean,
we're still going to goof on him, but I don't care.
Oh, of course.
That's what we do.
Win, lose, or draw. We're gonna have a laugh.
We kid because we love.
Right? It's like your family, you know. You kid your family, and then they don't talk to you. This could have been, and I mentioned it, although you didn't really agree with me because I think you knew that you were full of piss and vinegar that we were going to trounce the Islanders. This garbage. We're going to take them out. I thought this could be a trap game for the Rangers. I really
you were worried. You were.
I was. I thought this was that we were getting set up.
Right.
Yeah. So I think I was very proud of the boys. And it was an afternoon game. It had it really could have been a no-show.
Game was the afternoon game.
Oh, Boston game. Sorry, it was an afternoon game, which they won too.
After a slow start, they got going, baby.
Slow start. All right, but let's go back to the Islander game. Let's review that.
Just to keep everybody updated, they're still in. The Islanders are still in last place, and they've lost 8 in a row. 8 in a row.
8. You know, we really shouldn't take pleasure in their pain. Die. Thank you. What's that Matt Barzell got? I can listen to this all night.
Right.
Matt Barzell's got what, 2 goals?
Something like that.
Yeah,
even he couldn't get going against us the other night.
Yeah,
it's Rangers came in taking no prisoners in that game. When was that? Wednesday night. No prisoners. New attitude, man.
I like
Alexis Lafreniere, his first fight.
Yeah, showed some moxie. You know, of course, the Islanders with their cheap shots. Was it J.G. Pajot?
Yeah.
Was it
jumping on his case 5 years too late? Where was that during the Ottawa series?
Yeah, they should have pummeled him then.
Right.
But give me a break with the holding the jersey. What was that one? Where was Truba or somebody was trying to fight and somebody grabbed his jersey? There was no third man in, and the Rangers wound up getting a penalty. Can somebody clarify
Was it Truba that he was holding the jersey?
I hallucinated something. Can we just straighten it out, Maui?
I think it was Strome that wound up getting the penalty when all of that happened. But hold on, fighting.
It was towards the end of the game, Maui.
Oh no, it was Fox, I think, that wound up getting the penalty when they had that fight. Somehow he wound up with a penalty. But yeah, that was BS.
Of course it was. NHL Impact refereeing. Greg McKegg, he needs to be extinguished from the organization. But listen, so far, Commandant Gallant is fucking A#1 with me.
It's Gallant, apparently.
What? When did they change this?
You didn't hear that whole thing during the Friday game?
No, Friday game. No, I didn't hear that.
Well, the game starts and they're calling him, and they keep calling him Gallant. I'm like, the announcers. And announcers? No, it was on NBC. Sean McDonough and
that guy needs to go.
I liked him. I thought he did a good job.
All right.
He keeps calling him Gallant, and the girl between the benches, AJ Molesky or something like that. I can't remember her name again. She did a great job though. And she's calling him Gallant. I'm like, why do they keep calling him Gallant? And then they said that they talked to him before the game, and that Gallant is actually how he pronounces his name.
They've been calling him Gallant for 30 years, and now he's coming out of the closet with the Gallant shit. No, he's Gallant. Sorry. It ain't happening, hot stuff.
All right. Well, what do you want from me? I'm just telling.
I know you're delivering the news. I'm not knocking your head off. I'm just telling. Don't tell me what. This is what they had to ask him at the pregame. How do you say your name, Gerard Gallant?
No, I think they were talking to him, and I think he corrected them.
Oh, he just wants to be. He's lying again. Lies. Yeah. I think he's just lying again, Jim. He just wants to throw the media off. Next week it'll be it's pronounced. I like Jerry Gallant. Jerry Gallant.
It'll be Gallant. Gallant.
God.
It'll be Gallant. Gallant.
Islander broadcast.
Gallant.
Gallant. Chris Dimitri reporting the Islanders were calling for a suspension of Lafreniere, saying that he should have had an instigator in the final 5 minutes. Go fuck yourself.
I got your instigator right here.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking about the instigators, their new show is up, and it's fucking horrible.
There's another show?
No, the second show.
Oh, okay.
Second show where Paulie D talks about how come Keandre Miller isn't as advertised and not an open ice hitter. I don't know where he got his info.
I know.
I mean, a whopping 36 views doesn't do it justice, really. It should be half that. It's fucking terrible.
36 views. I hope I'm not blocked yet.
So, anyway, I don't know what Gallant, he's always mixing it up with the media, but what did Lafreniere? There was a dirty hit, I believe, on one of the Rangers, and Gallant. Lafreniere just responded and fought the guy. That's all I remember. He landed on top, which we all know, Jim, is a Ranger victory.
Right.
It don't matter if you take 30 punches in a fight. When you land on top, that means you won. Matt Morello says half the views of him watching for comedy. I'm sorry. So they disposed of them like the way they should have. Those COVID-ridden Islanders. What about these Ranger fans? It's like, oh, I want the game canceled. It's not fair. Ah! Are you a moron?
Who got's fair?
What if it was the roles reversed? Take that win and run with it. It's 2 points the Islanders can't earn it back, and they're digging themselves a big hole, ladies and gentlemen. Big hole. I got a trivia question for you guys.
All right.
Gerard Gallant, with that win against the Bruins, is the second most winningest coach for the Rangers after 20 games. Who is number one? I believe that this is a tough question.
All right. So after Gerard Gallant has the best record for a head coach after his first 20, second best after his first 20 games.
Right. For Rangers.
Right?
For Rangers.
And you're saying it's a tough one, huh?
Mm-hmm. Man, Sean McCaff, I can't believe this guy. This is why he's an author. Phil Esposito, 15-5 after 20 games.
Wow.
Paul Sliker, Esposito. I mean, I don't remember that happening, but that's what drunken Dave Maloney and Kenny Albert said.
Well, he was only an interim coach, right?
No, from the start of the season.
When was he a coach at the start of a season? With Tom Webster?
I don't know. Look it up.
Look
it up.
I only remember him taking over when he fires people.
And Sean's saying that's without the loser point.
87.
Maui, give it a break. Man, Sean, you were right on, man. That one took me. Because you would immediately think that Espo was a complete disaster as a coach and GM. But apparently they started 15-5. And I got to tell you that radio broadcast, I mean, I love some Kenny Albert, but drunken Dave Maloney, it's time to go to bed. He called Drysdale on Edmonton, I swear to God, Drysdale. And I posted on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Don Drysdale?
Or Mr. Drysdale. You gotta give it a break. See, look at this. See, Sean. I don't think Jim believes me yet. He's still trying to verify that.
No, actually, I'm trying to find Paulie D's hockey page. Make sure I haven't been blocked.
No, I'm not blocked. Why would you be blocked?
I got it. Well, we got spies out there. We got some people that like to poke the bear and
I don't know
what we talk about.
Kadri Miller was advertised an open ice hitter.
36 views. Kotze's Kitchen. They still haven't got. I see they still haven't gotten the camera angle figured out.
No, it's a fucking horror show over
there. Anyway,
Kotze's Kitchen. What was he, Kotze and Potsy?
Someone's in the kitchen with Kotze. Someone's in the kitchen. I know.
So yeah, Esposito got the Rangers off to a better start. So Gerard Gallant. I believe Espo's doing color for Tampa Bay now.
Yeah.
Good. Mazel to him. Gallant. Gerard Gallant.
Continues to be the great white whale.
Who?
Espo.
Oh, yeah, he would be great.
He how could he
He's still got no filter.
Right, exactly.
We get him and Joey Pacino on the line at the same time, and everything would be uncovered. So, no, Rum Gresham, I don't think knows how to operate the internet at this point of his life.
He didn't pay his bill.
He didn't pay his bills. He doesn't pay his alimony. You think he's going to pay his cable?
His Earthlink trial ran out, and that was it.
Early trial.
He only got 30 days, and that was it.
I don't think we got moles. All right, so
I know we have one. I have a feeling I know who it was, but
you do, huh?
well, not from Paulie D, but for something else.
Oh,
You remember a couple of years ago? When when they had that forum thing, and we were busting balls about it in the group, and somebody reported it to the guy that does Blueshirt's Breakaway, and he called me out on it on Twitter. I'm like, oh well.
Oh well, go fuck yourself. We're still in your team.
Actually had a screenshot from our group. So it was somebody in our group that said to him, hey, they're talking about you guys, which I think, it's a bitch move. Sorry if that offends the feminine gland, but
It doesn't offend nobody.
It's a bitch move. What happens in the group stays in the group.
That's right.
I'll call your mother like Troutwig.
Hey, Matthew, I want to tell you, man, I'm back on the card game, baby. I'm back in the hockey cards. Went up to White Plains this weekend. There's a big show there. Holy moly, that place was jammed. I picked up a card I'm going to give to Jim next time I see him. Where is it? Actually, I can't find the card, but if I'm not going to give this card to Jim because it's actually a Ranger loss, but apparently this card, I don't know if you could see it. It's a little blurry.
I can't make out the words.
1973
finals. Nice.
Great shot of a Ranger falling down.
Right. That about sums it up.
That about sums it. Was showing his ass.
You had another card you were going to give me. I don't remember what it was now.
It's probably going to be this one. Igor Shesterkin.
I thought you had like an old timey card that you were going to give me.
Yeah. Save your money. No, buddy. I'm back in, baby. I'm back in. I'm only trading. I'm not buying. And I'm only buying like from the 1 cent bin or the dollar bin. I find those hidden treasures with my eye. Anyway, I thought the Rangers played a spirited game against the Islanders. They took care of business. I didn't feel bad about them having the COVIDs. I thought the Rangers made a good showing of themselves. I just thought they were good.
Rangers did what they had to do. I don't feel sorry for them. And, Sean McCaff made an excellent point. And, here's what I like about reading Sean McCaff's blog is that he reminds me of Carp in the way that Sean McCaff, when I read his blog, he makes me think of things I hadn't thought of.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily about a game,
so
just situations and things that I don't really ever think about. Like he made a good point. The Islanders didn't cancel any games until it was time to leave that bright, shiny new box out in the Belmont there. They made sure they collected all their home revenue, including a game against the Rangers, which you knew was sold out. And then when it was time to go on the road, then they wanted games canceled.
Yes, of course. And I would like to, 3 people we're talking to, Sean McCaff, that's good. That's a great compliment. I don't know how you could deal with Sean McCaff's attitude, the airs he has about him. I can't get over that one.
I wrote a book. I wrote a book.
I don't know where that came from last week.
I don't know either.
And how about your Millie's boy there, Brendan Lemieux? Holy cow!
She's pretty upset. She's pretty upset about that.
Was she disavowed him? Or?
Yeah, she likes the bad boys. She likes the troublemakers, but she doesn't go for dirty hockey, and that's just dirty. That's disgusting. Come on.
Now
you're gonna put another man's finger in your mouth. There's a word for that.
Well, let's fill in the.
Called dipping your toe in the man pond, as Eddie likes to say.
Hello, Frisco.
I mean, a lot of people, and he's had a pretty good year this year, Brendan Lemieux. A lot of people were sad to see him go, but you haven't heard. Was it Brady Kachuk took a bite at her?
Yeah,
take a bite out of crime?
Not their first tussle. Not their family's first tussle. I mean, they're the Hockey Hatfields and McCoys.
I mean, and then what Brady Kachuk said about him was, I mean, he just eviscerated him.
Yeah.
Nobody likes him. His teammates don't like him. His family doesn't like him.
Nobody wants to play with him.
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
And if you watch the video of the fight, and I don't remember which feed I got this from, but you hear the play-by-play guy say, "Did Lemieux bite him?" And then the color guy goes,
With COVID and everything, he bites him.
With COVID and everything? With COVID and everything, he bites him?
COVID and everything, he bites him.
With COVID and everything, he bites him?
His voice cracked. He was like,
with COVID and everything, he bites him.
When it's time to change. It's like the Brady episode when Peter hits puberty.
With COVID and everything, he bites him.
That's so funny. Unbelievable. So
yeah, that was bad. I like Brendan Lemieux too, but
yeah, I'm gonna.
There's just no need. You don't put another man's hand in your mouth. You don't put another man's anything in your mouth.
With COVID and everything?
Come on. I guess there's a word for that. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right. No.
Hockey is for everybody. That's what they tell me.
Yeah, that was. So is she disavowed herself from rooting for Brendan Lemieux, or?
I don't know. Millie's working a very strange work schedule these days, so I don't really see much of her. So we haven't really had time to just sit and talk. We've been together on Thanksgiving at night, and then Friday night she worked, and Saturday night she worked, and then she was home yesterday, but she slept until late.
It's rough. It's rough.
So it's this schedule until we get to actually tonight. She's working. She left right before we went on the air, and she'll come home in the morning, and then she's off until the weekend. So I'll get all her thoughts on Brendan Lemieux. I know she's not happy. She was in disbelief, I think.
And I alerted you right before speaking of COVID and everything.
With COVID and everything?
Tony D'Angelo now on the COVID, under the COVID-19, 18, whatever the year we started. I don't remember.
Has he got that Omicron?
He's got that Omicron.
Got the Omicron variant?
Omicron and Fitch. He's got
the Omicron?
The Omicron sounds like some kind of science fiction device.
Something out of Star Trek.
Yeah, it's
we must defeat the Omicron.
The Omicrons, or the Romulan ships run on Omicron power, or the crystals.
Right. We're going to try the Omicron maneuver through the neutral zone.
Yes. So, Tony D, if you guys still following him, he's got the COVIDs. Well, that's the ex-Ranger news that I can think of right now. But our Rangers are sailing along, singing the song.
Bingo.
Oh, stop. You people crack me up with everything's a scam.
Who are you calling you people? It's racist.
You and him. Anyway, I digress. So the Rangers looking great. Kreider keeps on scoring. Fox is still leading the league in points. Last time I checked for defensemen. You got it all figured out, Jim. All figured out.
don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Let me ask. I want to ask you a question because I know you watch a lot of hockey besides the Rangers, and I'm asking. I'm also asking this in the chat room. I have heard Igor Shesterkin referred to a few times in the last week to 10 days on national broadcasts and by national broadcasters, not just, Sam and Joe would never say it because he plays for the Rangers. I have heard him referred to as the best goaltender in the league right now. Would you agree with that? The stats, he's up there, but he's not, he's not leading the league in anything unless they've changed.
The best goaltender in the league right now still is Vasilevsky. In my mind, he's the gold standard. Shesterkin, is he in the top 5? Yes. It depends. I mean, with Calgary, Jacob Markstrom was doing really well, piling the wins up. Shesterkin is up there, but I don't think he's even reached his peak yet.
You know who's leading the NHL in wins by a goaltender?
Who?
Take a guess.
I'm going to go John Gibson.
I'll give you a hint.
Who? Antti Raanta?
Nope.
Look away, Dixieland.
He went to school in the land of Dixie.
Cam Talbot.
Cameron Aloysius Talbot. 12 wins. Tied with Jack Campbell, who the Rangers have beaten. I know Sean McCaff knows. He follows Cam Talbot like white on rice, man.
Well, I think Sean's like me, as in a couple fantasy leagues too. I got the Campster in a couple leagues. So I'm
Cam
always
Talbot's on Sean's fantasy Rangers. He's still the goaltender here.
Yeah.
Igor is tied for second in the league in wins. Vasilevsky is sixth.
Yeah, Tampa had some struggles early on. They have a lot of injuries. Had a lot of Braden Point and Kucherov are both out. So, I still think Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the league. But Shesterkin he's approaching there. I mean, he's closing the gap.
Igor is ahead of Vasilevsky in
in
wins. He's ahead of Vasilevsky in save percentage, and he's a few percentage points behind him in goals against.
Because I remember the last time we talked about Shesterkin, you were telling me that he faced the most shots in the league. How is he in that category?
The
Rangers have been giving up less, I would think.
Yeah, he's now 8th in the league for most shots. But but only let me see. He has played 16 games and faced 504 shots. Campbell has faced more shots, but he's played 2 more games. Tristan Jarry's faced more shots. Demko's faced more shots, but they've all played more games.
Thatcher Demko.
Connor Hucklebuck has faced more shots playing the same amount of games.
He's a good goalie too, that guy.
He is. 16, 7. He's 16 and he's 7-5. Hucklebuck.
To the Hucklebuck. Well, while we're on the subject of goaltending, who the hell are we going to get to play second? Who's going to be the backup? We can't go on with Georgiev. We're bringing up Keith. We going to try to make a trade. What are we going to do?
That Islander game being canceled on Saturday might have, or Sunday, yesterday, might have bought him a little time to make a decision. Maybe. I don't know. Because now Igor's got 4 days off before they play again, so he could play against the Flyers Wednesday night. By the way, I saw in the I was reading the Philly newspapers today, and they are calling for Philly to start the rebuild, to start trading off the assets and start
Already?
the rebuild. Could you imagine if AV goes through that? Just to go through that again, he's out the door for another rebuild. Off you go.
He might be coaching Montreal. Now
Or,
that
yeah,
Montreal's
it
got
could be.
Gordon.
He can make the return, right? His triumphant return.
What are the Flyers? Right, I haven't been paying attention to the Flyers.
And if Montreal's got an American running the operation, they're going to need to soothe a few souls up there, and a French Canadian coach might just be the. You might not be off base there. AV may be just the guy. Rico Suave with his suits and his purple suits and his gum, back behind the bench.
What's his record over there in Philadelphia right now?
The Philadelphia Flyers are currently 8-12.
Yeesh.
No overtime losses in my reporting. And they are
goaltending still stinks.
2-8 in their last 10.
Ooh.
And they're still 8 points ahead of the Islanders.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's just it's amazing. The Flyers just cannot get the goaltending situation figured out. I really thought Carter Hart was going to be the guy for them.
He got off to a great start. That rhymes. Carter Hart.
It's just falling apart for him.
Maybe we can get him for Georgiev straight up.
Straight up?
Yeah.
They can rebuild around Georgiev.
They can, and we can get Carter with Benoit Allaire and correct his game.
All right.
No, I don't think they should go that route, but they certainly should try to do something before it's too late. Georgiev had a lot of trade value last year and this year.
Larry Brooks had some interesting suggestions the other day regarding guys the Rangers could go out and get as a backup. One of them was Braden Holtby, who's on like a 1-year deal.
I'm okay with him. What was some of the other names he bantered around? He barbecued around. God bless.
Thank you. Honestly, I don't remember that. That article was from like a week ago.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find it.
Coast is saying Brad Marchand has been suspended 3 games for slew-footing Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Right.
Wow. Yeesh. Okay, that just in from our newsroom. So I think the Rangers better move on this sooner or later. They got some back-to-backs coming up, right? They got a back-to-back coming up, the Rangers. You think Shesty can play both of them?
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
He used to do it with Hank. When Hank was a lot older.
That's true. Yeah, so that was a much-needed win.
Is that article?
I do find the Islander fans are much more quieter now. Right now, not as verbose as you would think. However, in my travels to these sports collectible places, I've seen a lot of Islander jackets now. Never used to see them now.
Well, they're giving them away free, aren't they?
Probably.
Isn't that like a clothe the homeless type thing?
Yeah, that and the Obama phones they give you.
Right.
A jacket, Obama phone.
You get an Islander jacket and an Obama phone. That's great.
So, I felt like going up to them, hey, clown, who you looking for to invest? You got nothing. What are you here for, the Anthony Beauvillier catalog?
I don't remember where the hell that article was now.
Oh, you're looking for Larry?
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I don't know. It might have been.
Yeah, he threw a name out there. Hope he's good.
In another article. Matt Murray, Tracy, might have been another one he mentioned. Now that I think about it,
Don Cardoza says I don't know what his contract is like. I'm sure he gets played fairly good for Schnagel's. He's a cup winner, for goddamn sake. I see Buknevich is. I mean, I was talking this over with my friends about the whole Sammy Blaze thing. Listen, I was happy with Sammy Blaze, but I just feel like Blaze is going to be hurt all the time. And but again, the Rangers are winning. I should be high as a kite. I am kind of high as a kite.
you starting to believe in this team a little bit, or
you know what, Jim? I'm going to tell you this honestly. Well, what am I going to lie to you? After all these years, now I'm going to tell a lie. I don't like the GM.
Right.
And
I'm with you there.
Okay. And I'm very mad on the coach. But I love the group. The group of players they have, I really like them. I like the Goodrow.
Growing on me.
He adds something to the group. I think they all like each other. They all respect each other. And I think they're all going to stick up for each other.
Right.
Now, whether that is the Sammy Blay effect, the Ryan Reeves effect, whatever, the Goodrow effect, the Jared Sonorti effect. Well, all right, I'll scratch that one. But the mentality, and you saw it with the Lafreniere sticking up for teammates.
Which went a long way with his teammates, by the way.
Of course. I like the group. The coach, he plays to win every game at all costs. That's fine. I still don't know what he does.
I don't know what his message is, but somehow it's getting through, right?
Yeah, maybe he's just letting them get it together. As Paul Sliker says, and there's nothing wrong with it, they're all gay for each other. No, they're in this to heave-ho. Here we go. From all I can see after 20-game evals, as the Rangers, they got a good group. And that's a very important thing. Now, whether, that could be a result of a coach who is a player's coach who is just playing the right guys and playing the same guys. I mean, Dryden Hunt, he gets another goal.
Yeah.
He's a guy I want to just rip apart but if he continues to score, there's nothing to rip apart. He's part of the group.
Right.
He's doing well. You got to be able to change your mind about these guys sometimes.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times I get pegged for not. Like, I never get Brett Howden a break. I don't think he ever deserved one. Dryden Hunt, I was sitting here. Oh, Dryden Hunt made a team over, but they had to get rid of Buknevich. But Dryden Hunt, now Dryden Hunt, you're starting to see. He's pitching in. Even Reeves, who I had no hopes of. He's actually been a productive guy on the ice. He doesn't take a lot of stupid penalties. He causes more penalties and causes more chances than in the plus category than in the minus category.
Right.
I'd like to see him fight more, but so far so good. I mean, again, I told you about Filipino. I don't think he'll ever score again. He just doesn't convert.
I love the way that line is playing, though.
It is.
Hedel and Lafreniere and Gauthier.
Gauthier's another one.
Gauthier had a beautiful assist on Lafreniere's goal against Boston. That was a beautiful pass.
I mean, I'm not going to put these guys in the Hall of Fame right now, but I told you I seen enough of Julien Gauthier last year.
Right.
And he's playing pretty well. I mean, if we can get Kako and Lafreniere rolling, I really feel they have a good group. And that's the thing I got. My biggest takeaway from the last two games. I mean, they go into Boston.
Talk for 1 second. I got a contact issue.
Okay. They go into Boston in the afternoon, which is a total like doldrum game for the Rangers. You know they're not coming out good, and they didn't. They stunk the place up in the first period. They got outshot. I don't know. It was like 22-5 or something. And they come out with a victory. We'll go over that when Jim gets back from his contact tracing issue. And I came away from that and said, this is a good group. Everybody's pitching in. And when you got solid goaltending, that's all you need. Because the Rangers' defense is good enough with their goalie. And when you got Fox, just logging as much ice time as he can. And, they're taking care of business. And, I like it. I feel like they have some kind of team identity, which they haven't had. Because they've primarily been in a rebuild. And, I mean, who knows? I mean, they could go the next 15 games and stink it up. But so far, I feel like these guys as a whole do not like to lose.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I just touched on the Boston game, another game where they came together and everybody got, after the first period, they got their act together.
Yeah, they were. I heard you mention they were outshot. Like, what was it, 18-4 or something like that?
It was something really bad,
and still came out of it tied.
Well, they got that late goal.
They got the late goal, right? It was Strome, right? Strome.
Flying Strome.
And and I was saying in our group thread, how many times have we seen the Rangers dominate a period and they come away tied because of a stupid late goal? It was nice to be on the other side of that for a change. And in the second period they started. I thought they were the better team pretty much from the start of the second period on. I thought they were the better team.
Oh, I thought so too.
And I've always long said that I hate those afternoon games, and that first period was exactly why. But then they got going. A lot of times they don't get going in those afternoon games.
Yeah, it's just they stay flat.
But that one was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Jacob Trouba put him away with an empty netter. The much maligned Jacob Trouba.
I don't think it's very hard to criticize any Ranger every night player because they're winning. That's the bottom line. Not giving up a lot of goals.
That's all that matters.
And they're scoring goals.
Dr. B is in the house.
Yes.
By the way, those of you who are only here to see a rematch between Morello and Cutsy, you're going to be disappointed because Cutsy will not be here tonight.
Why is
Monday
Jeff
night? He has other engagements on Monday night.
He teaches his Muay Thai classes. He's very big into the mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Maybe he's clipping his goatee shavings again. That was disturbing.
It's the night he makes his rutabaga beer.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way, Jim? I forgot to ask you.
I was good. Thanksgiving was actually Friday for us. The girls weren't here. Jen worked 7 to 3 on Thanksgiving. So when she came home, we went to the bar here in town that we like to go to. They're always open on Thanksgiving, the Giants bar that I've mentioned before. So we went there, had dinner, had a few beers, and came home. And then Friday, I made I did some of my cooking Thursday while she was at work, and then Friday we put the turkey in and we ate after I was done working because I had to work for Friday.
Well, that sucks.
So, yeah, it's okay. It's a slow day.
Hold on 1 second. All right.
It's a slow day because most people aren't working.
Yeah, right.
And most of the companies that I have to deal with are closed, so there's just not much to do.
Well,
how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, I wanted to throw this by you because I don't know. I was in Pennsylvania. My cousin. Well, I don't know if I was near you. I was going to ask that. Now that I'm not around there.
Right.
No.
Dr. B is checking out the show in between patients.
Dr. Kill Patient?
Dr. Kill Patient. He's got somebody on the couch. He said, I'll be right back. I got to go check out BSU. Hold that thought on your depression and anxiety. I'll be right back.
Darwin, God bless you. I may have to come to the Philippines to get some Prozac and some Xanax if the Rangers make the playoffs this year.
Right. Anyway, you're in Pennsylvania.
So I'm in Pennsylvania. My cousins have moved from Queens, not really Ozone Park, more Howard Beach area, to Honesdale, Pennsylvania.
Honesdale.
Uh-oh. If you haven't heard of Honesdale, Pennsylvania, then we got a problem.
Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. You are. Oh,
here.
that's actually pretty far from me. That's why I've never heard of it. You were up in the Scranton area.
Yes.
Scranton. I don't want to go to Disney World. I want to go to Scranton. Scranton. the classic Edith going through menopause episode of All in the Family. Scranton. Yeah, that's up in. Okay, so you're about an hour and a half north of me.
So maybe that's why I didn't see any flyer stuff up there. The flyers suck now.
Well, we're in kind of a there's a lot of New Yorkers that used to go to South Jersey have now come out to Pennsylvania because of property taxes and things like that. So, and we're in kind of a weird area of Pennsylvania because we're an hour and a half north of Philly, but we're really only like an hour and 10 minutes from New York. So you're kind of like I had to go to ShopRite Sunday morning, and there was Giant fans were everywhere in ShopRite, and I didn't see one Eagles fan, and I'm just fine with that. But and there was a guy walking around in a Ranger hat, and you see Met fans all the time. So we're almost a little more New York here than Philly, but there's still a lot of Philly, but so it's not too bad. But up where you are, I mean, you're only you're certainly a lot closer to New York than you are Philly from up there. I mean, that's probably over 3 hours from Philadelphia.
Yeah, and from New York, it's So Honesdale is about 3.5, 4. What did Darwin say?
Dr. B loves to hear about Jim's family life. It's so wholesome.
He's a wholesome man.
Not really.
Howie Sussman said he used to live in Broadheadsville.
Broadheadsville, yes. Up in the Poconos.
Isn't that where Kotze lives? Doesn't Kotze lives in Stroudsburg or something like that?
Yep, that's up in the same neighborhood.
Maybe Howie's the mole.
Maybe what?
Maybe Howie is the informant.
No,
Howie's too mild-mannered for that.
No, because I have two suspects in mind, but that's old news. Old news.
Yeah,
whatever. Water under the bridge. I was upset about it for about 10 minutes. I'm like, who the fuck gives a shit? You want to go tattle like a little schoolgirl? Go right ahead. Go ahead. You want to be a bitch? You got to live with it. I don't.
I'm just giving you guys a hard time. So I really think it's the Rangers group, Jim. Whoa, Kotze was 10 minutes. You could 10 minutes from Kotze's kitchen.
Kotze's Kitchen. Kotze's Country Kitchen. KKK.
Oh boy. So how did the I didn't really hear the announcing on the ABC game. How was that?
It was good. I thought it was a solid broadcast. Not everybody was crazy about McDonough, but I thought he was good. It was just nice to you know what, I am absolutely loving the fact that the NHL is no longer on NBC. I love it. I thought the it's the ABC, but it's obviously the ESPN broadcast, but I thought it was good. And ABC, hockey being back on ABC had me nostalgic for 94. The games were on ABC. And
Julian Narduzzi is asking us a question. Is Fox a repeat Norris winner? Yes, he is.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he's leading the league in points. He's playing terrifically defensively. I don't see who's going to beat him out.
I've said this for, I've been saying it for a month. It's his team. I think this is his team.
And are we okay with Gerard Gallant lying? No. We're not good with it.
I think Adam Fox should be the captain.
Give me a
Toot
break.
sweet.
Toot sweet.
There's an old phrase for it. Really. Only Dr. B remembers that one.
Dr. B. Yes, we're starting to see the difference in the way ABC, ESPN, TNT.
Dr. B, just go write them a prescription and come back to the show.
Yeah, really. Do what my psychiatrist does. My psychiatrist, he just calls me on the phone now. Since the COVIDs, I didn't have to go in. He calls me up. We talk about blackjack for like a half an hour. And then he says, okay, same medications? Yeah, take care, Dr. Sal. Bye. There's no Ed, how you been feeling? How's your mood? My mood's been great. The Rangers have been winning, Dr. Sal. Don't you know this is what happens? Rangers are winning. I'm up. Rangers were rebuilding. I was up. The Rangers traded Buchnevich. I was down.
Right.
Rangers got rid of JD and Gortz.
Up my meds.
Up my meds.
Up my meds. Kick it up a notch.
Yeah, I don't care. Gallant can lie all he wants as long as they're winning. And so I'm all about that. I mean, also, I want to see the young guys progress. And I think Lundqvist, he's getting used to it. He isn't a breakout star, but he's playing with Patrick Nemeth. He's just getting acquainted with the league. I don't think he deserves to be moved up or moved down.
Different ice
surface. I mean, I know we're still clamoring for Zach Jones, some of us, but if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Until they lose to Philly Wednesday night 5-1, and we'll want to blow it up.
Right, exactly. We'll be calling Dr. Sal. I need more men.
Right.
I'm going to run out.
Be calling Dr. B on Facebook Messenger. Video call.
Yeah. Dr. B.
Dr. B.
So,
but yeah, the ABC broadcast had me nostalgic for 1994. I thought they did a good job. I like the shift counter they put at the top of the screen at times. Told you how long everybody's been on the ice. I like that.
You like that?
I like that. I don't need to see it the whole time, but if there's a line out there that's been out there for a long shift, that I like seeing that. If your penalty kill has been out there for a minute and a half, it's interesting. It adds, not just Joe McClellan. Oh, this line's been out there a long time, Sam. That's it.
I don't like if it gets too busy on the screen. I don't like that.
No, it was just a little strip at the top. It wasn't. I didn't think it was to the game.
I really did, because I was with a group of people when I was watching this game, and boy, when they showed Messier up in the booth there, and I started giving it to him, you should have seen the death stares my friends gave me.
Oh,
How dare you, Eddie?
Dare you?
He brought us the cup. How dare you? And I stood my ground.
Just tell him Adam Graves got us that cup.
Yeah. I go, that bald-headed bastard in his M11 helmet was still paying for that. Jumped ship to Vancouver. Oh, they didn't like it, but I stood my ground. But
you just like to argue with people. You like to be contrarian.
Well, yeah, I like to have a good discussion going, and I'm a good enough liar where I can actually make someone believe I have a position that I totally don't have a position on.
Right.
Like, I really think that Keandre Miller is going to be the next Bobby Orr. It's just look how he's dominating. Look how he's dominating out there. And they're like, yeah, sure, buddy. And I'm like, no, but look at him. He's the black Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr.
No, so I like to make it interesting when I watch the game. And I was busting on somebody. I think it was Hunt. I was busting on him, and then he scored. That's another thing. If you watch a game with me and I'm bust on a guy, he's gonna score.
Right.
You tell him bust on this guy, Eddie, because that guy is gonna score. But I think did Gauthier score in that game?
He had an assist on the Lafreniere goal.
Yeah. So, I mean, that game started off. The Rangers actually came out okay territorially wise, but then as that first period went, it's just a nightmare showing. But Strome gets that late goal. Well, that was Strome, right? In that game, got that late first period goal.
Yes,
and ties it up.
And then Hunt tied it the second period after Bergeron scored. And then Panarin, Lafreniere, and then Trouba put him away in the third.
I mean,
sent all those bean heads headed for the exits.
Yeah, and those guys, the Bruins are not they're not an easy win for the Rangers.
No.
As a matter of fact, I think the Rangers had a lot of trouble with the Bruins last year. If I recall, it was the Penguins. I think they really had
trouble with everybody last year, didn't they?
Yeah, really.
Except the Devils.
Yes. So, of course, you busted on Trouba. Trouba can never do any good, Sean, in your book.
Oh, can the chat room remind me who was in the booth with Sean McDonough on Friday? Because I'm drawing a complete blank on who it was. I don't know. I've completely put it out of my head who that was.
Larry Patey.
Larry Patey. Thank you. Thank you, Larry Patey. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
It's coming up on the show next week, Larry Patey.
I like the NHL Network's got that On the Fly show. They got Stu Grimson, Brian Lawton. I can't stand
Stu Barnes, all the Stews.
The Stu Barnes, Stu Grimson,
Bickle.
Stu Bickle, Stu
Ray Ferraro. Thank you, Sean. I completely forgot who it was.
Chicken Parm.
Yeah,
Ray Ferraro.
That's right. Because I even made the comment that listening to him makes me think I'm playing a video game because he's in the NHL games. He's the guy between the booth, the benches, and the NHL video games.
Now, I'm trying to think. I always get Ray Ferraro played with the Rangers, right?
Yes.
Did Pat Verbeek play for the Rangers?
Yes.
Well, I forget who. Well, I never liked Pat Verbeek because he cheap shot at Brian Leach when he was a Devil in like 1988 or something.
Right.
So I never could take him. But wasn't Ray Ferraro pretty good with the Rangers?
So was Verbeek.
They both were.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
I think Pat Verbeek, was on the 95 team, I think.
I think I liked them
95,
both.
90. Yeah. No, yeah, he was on the 95 team. They got him traded by the Hartford Whalers to the New York Rangers for a first-round draft pick.
Who turned out to be?
Jean-Sebastien Giguère.
getting jiggy with it, who went later on to win a Stanley Cup. Wait, did he win it or he got the Art Ross? No, I think he won it. Getting Jiggy won it, I think. I remember seeing him on Jay Leno, or he won the Conn Smythe Trophy. That's right. And he was on the losing team. Is that correct, Sam?
He did win a cup.
Oh.
Won a cup with the Ducks, I think.
But see, now Costa's saying it's a losing team.
Or maybe, hang on. Won a Stanley Cup with, I think he won a cup with the Ducks. But he won the Conn Smythe on the losing team. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Whatever. Anyway, Pat for Beak.
Wow. And then what about Ray Ferraro Chicken Parm?
Raymond Aloysius Ferraro, all 5'9" of them. 1 year with the Rangers. 25 goals in 65 games.
That's pretty good.
Signed as a free agent and then jettisoned to the Los Angeles Kings. Oh, here's this.
This is going to come up with another one.
Traded by the New York Rangers with a 4th-round pick, along with Nathan Lafayette and Ian LaPerriere and Matthias Nordstrom to the Los Angeles Kings for Shane Churla, Yari Curry, and Marty McSorley.
What an awful trade.
Another one of those let's get tougher trades.
Yes. Matthias Nordstrom played with the Kings for like 10 years. He led them in block shots. He was incredible. Turned out to be a really good NHL defenseman.
12 years.
12 years, okay. We got nothing. Curry went back to the Kings after that, and McSorley wound up getting hurt. And awful. Why did I have to go relive that by mentioning Ray Ferraro? Dr. B, up my meds. I have to tell you, my
that team, that 95-96 team had Nick Kyprios, Darren Langdon, and Buka Boom and Joey Kosar, and still felt the need to go get Shane Churla and Marty McSorley.
Yeah, right? I remember the day when Matthias Nordstrom, is it Nordstrom, and Kapatsev were actually a defense pairing at one point. Potsy. Wow. That was you're right, Howie. That was a god-awful trade. It's a bad job, Mike.
It's terrible.
It's terrible, Mike.
Terrible, Mikey. It's terrible.
Speaking of radio, and I couldn't find it because I couldn't send it to you because I couldn't find it. Somehow in my tape archives, I found the Stan Fischler, Mike and the Mad Dog partial fight on the air.
Oh, really?
Yes. It took place, I don't know what year. Probably, it took place while Stan was on the Bill Mazer show. Do you remember Bill Mazer used to have a show in the afternoon, like 12 o'clock until it was an hour or something? Filled a gap until Mike and the Mad Dog came on.
Yes.
And Mazer was...
Those were the early days of the Fan.
Right. And Sean, please do not tell Stan about this because I know you're affiliated with Stan Fischler at this point.
Oh, he's on the payroll, right?
He's on the payroll. But Bill Mazer's like, yes, Stan Fischler's here. Like Mad Dog is the teasing Mad Dog coming up. And he's like, oh, would you like to say anything to the great Stan Fischler? He's like, how you doing, Stan? He goes, you don't impress me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, you don't impress me with being loud and obsessed with basketball. Stan's was riveted the Mad Dog. And Mad Dog goes, you know, you don't have to say anything like that. Guess what, Stan? You're not invited on the program. I wouldn't be on your program till the cows come home. Stan, you don't got an invite. You don't. And then he goes, I would have to, what does he say? I would have to, it's not fumigate. It's, I would have to, something like that. I would have to fumigate myself if I ever went in your studio. I mean, it gets really hot-headed. I don't know why Stan, no one cares about hockey, Stan.
Is it right? Stan Fischler had an axe to grind with Mad Dog.
Everybody.
Who doesn't give a shit about hockey? Yeah, Fatso and Fruit Loops.
I will. I'll upload it. I just couldn't find it.
One of my favorite Imus lines.
It was like I would have to delouse myself or something, and that's not fair, Stan.
The great Nick Adams is here.
Oh, there we go. Add another cry to believer. TR Nick Adams stated his fandom. He doesn't care what people says at the beginning of the season. It's paying off with a 60-goal season by Chris Kreider. Do you believe? No. By game 25, by 35, he'll be in the 10-game scoring slump. Who knows? He doesn't know shit about hockey, but Stan he's an old curmudgeon. He just wants to fight. And your obsession with basketball. But anyway, I'll upload that to the group when I get it. Always enjoyed a Mad Dog. So really, nothing really to complain about in Rangeville. Everything is stupendous. Just got to find that backup goaltender somewhere. Bring the Mr. Kincaid up. I've seen enough of Georgiev. We talking about I don't know what Costa's done. We got anybody in the queue?
We have Costa.
Let's talk to Costa.
Now,
unless you got something else planned.
Well, I do, but this affects him too.
Uh-oh.
What's up, Costa? Oh, there you are. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There
Sound
you
like
go.
Costa era.
We're having Costa. Can you
hear me?
We can hear you.
Now we can.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go, baby.
That's
here
right, baby. Boom.
What are we talking? Is this wrestling? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Because he has his Jurassic Express T-shirt.
Oh, that's a wrestling thing?
Yeah, it's a wrestling tag team.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
Jack Perry.
Is that AEW?
Yes, sir.
That's the hottest ticket in town, baby.
Gotcha.
Tuesday.
Next
Wednesday
night. Next Wednesday night, I think is
Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah,
I saw some article. I think it was in the Post last week or the week before, and the headline of the article was WWE cleans house, fires 12 stars. And I read the article, and I never heard of any of the guys. I never heard of any of them. That doesn't mean anything because I don't follow wrestling.
No, nobody knows who they are.
But anyway,
they run a comedy show over there, not a wrestling show.
All right,
comedy writers over at the WWE. And plus, Vince is dead. Vince
when he dies, party at my house.
Oh, another guy. A lot of parties going to be at Costa with Dolan died, Sather dies.
Fuck Vince. Fuck Vince's ass.
All right, enough about wrestling.
All right, anyway. Can we talk about something serious here for a minute?
Serious
inquiries only, please. All right. Since, but I brought Costa on because this pertains to him, but it's mostly a discussion between Eddie and I. I heard John Slattery contacted me the other day.
Oi!
Top of the morning to you.
Hi,
When When will you be coming in for your viewing party? And we threw back and forth on a few dates, and his best suggestion before trying to move on to March, because as I've said 100 times, we want to have a second viewing party in March, but we can't have a second one until we have a first one. So I wanted to get your thoughts on Sunday, January the 30th, which is a Ranger home game. But as we've been saying, we don't have a whole lot of options. It's an afternoon, it's a Sunday afternoon game. The Seattle Kraken come to New York.
Kraken have been hot. They picked up their well, does that mean it's going to affect some of the people who are season ticket holders, like Danielle Stewart?
Probably. But I mean, if we want to have unless we want to wait until March, which we know is not always easy either because of March Madness.
Yeah.
God. People still watch that?
Well, unfortunately, it's a draw for the bars.
Oh.
Especially their UNC bar.
Matt's got tickets for the Kraken game.
Oh, see, so he's out.
The Giants are going to be playing in the conference championship game too, as well. Sean is just.
What's that?
The Giants will be playing in the NFL conference championship.
Why not the Flyers? Really, the Flyers really the road game against the Flyers.
They're not available. I tried that. I tried everything.
How could they not be available?
What about I think the day after New Year's there's a game against Tampa at home.
Yeah, it's a Sunday afternoon, but again,
it's a home game. I know
we lose a good portion of our loyal people, and I'd hate to do that. Hang on a second,
because the problem is the Seattle game. People want to go see Seattle. Just for the nostalgia, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. It's the new flavor. They want to check them out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Tampa. Tampa. Tampa.
Only the Ryan McDonough fans will come.
All right. I'm gonna make my official recommendation. It's not a good recommendation, but it's all I got.
All right, give me your recommendation.
I'm looking at the March Madness schedule for 2022. Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I can't help myself when it comes to basketball.
I fucking hate college basketball. I can't stand it. And it's all people talk about for a month. Anywho, according to
pulled in it guy there.
I'm looking at the NCAA schedule. Okay. Right. And according to the schedule, the tournament starts March 15th.
My birthday.
Right. the Ides of March. What a surprise. The Rangers have an away game Saturday, March 12th. They're in Dallas.
Okay.
The game doesn't start until 8:00, which it's a Saturday night. I don't think that's a big deal, but it is an away game. It's before the tournament starts. Why don't we just scrap this idea trying to have and make that the first viewing party? I know it's 4 months away. That fucking sucks, or 3 months away, but no, it's 4 months.
Charlie, the way
3.5
going on March 12th. Charlie Aspi-Spamanti is checking to see if March 12th is a open date for me.
What about February 26th at Pittsburgh, 3:00 afternoon game, Saturday?
Yeah, but then well,
Hammond.
I'm trying to do March because Joe Catroni and his wife were hoping for a March viewing party because they want to try and fly up just to go to the viewing party.
All right.
And I've been saying all along that we'd have Yeah, but I was trying because I was figuring we'd have our first viewing party in November or December, and then a second one in March. So I kept telling them, "Oh, there'll be a second one in March. There'll be a second one in March. There'll be a second one in March." I'm gonna check with John Slattery and see if that date in March works. If not, then maybe we'll go for the February one as a backup.
Okay, I'm down with that.
All right.
Then if we want to do a third one, there's right at the end of the season against Boston, April 23rd. Home and home. And it says a home and home too.
Or a playoff viewing party.
Yeah, you can do that, from your lips to God's ears, man. When was the last playoff viewing party? I think it's Washington. I think, right?
You're gonna be in.
Might be.
He's gonna be in Dallas for that. People already say, "How the fuck these people?" You give no matter what date you give them. Oh, I can't make it that day. I'm going to fucking Tehran. I'm gonna be in Beirut that weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one on the Bayou in Louisiana. I can't make it. I'm gonna be in Waco, Texas.
Who's no showing?
No, it looks like Paul Sliker. Won't be there. Well, somebody's gonna have to miss out. Costa's got to get his gravy. If Costa don't get his gravy, he's gonna be an upset puppy.
I'm gonna be salty.
I have made the official inquiry.
Okay.
When did we do a
Remember, says Ottawa round 1.
What about it?
That was our last viewing party?
Was that the playoff? Was that our last playoff viewing
Playoffs?
party? Yeah, the only other thing we could shoot for is if we get any news on the rescheduling of the Ottawa game that was canceled, maybe that would be a possibility. Maybe they stick that game in the middle of January. Boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. We do the viewing party then. We do the second one in March. Do a third one for the playoffs. Do a fourth one for the parade for the cup. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, you feel me, Doug? All right. Last viewing party in the playoffs.
That's MLK Day. They're not gonna have a game on MLK Day. I doubt it. Even if it's in Ottawa.
Well, that's when don't the Pants always play on MLK Day at the Garden?
With the Knicks?
Yeah,
I think so.
Isn't that a regular?
Isn't that racist?
I don't know.
No, because I'm looking at the schedule, the Ranger schedule, and if they play on the 17th in well, I don't think they can do that. They're gonna have 2 road games. They're gonna play in Philly, and then they're gonna go to Ottawa for the. I mean, they could do that. I could see them doing that.
Ottawa.
It's a short trip.
Yeah, and then they play home against Toronto the 19th. So I could see them do that. I could see that.
All right. Well, we got a tentative.
I mean, from your lips. I mean, hey, from your lips to God's ears, man. If they
that you overusing that saying, you said it 3 times last week, and you said it 2 times this week. Come up with a new saying. I need new bits. I'm only kidding. So what happened? What did Slattery got back to you already?
No, not yet.
The court misses you.
Unless.
Oh, when are you going to get your asses in here?
Yeah, we've been waiting.
I can see the 19th of December too. Maybe
you could see any day you want to go.
I could tell you that I'm looking at the Ottawa website. That game has not been rescheduled.
I'm just looking at the Ranger schedule to see what could happen.
What are you looking at? December what?
I'm thinking December 19th.
There's no game December 19th.
Yeah, exactly.
He's that.
Oh, you're thinking of a makeup date.
Yes,
schedule
exactly.
maker. Costa the Crazy Greek.
Oh, or the 18th. I don't know.
Because then they have 2 games. Then on the 22nd, they're home against Les Abaddon.
Right. Oh, we'll see.
Hey, fantasy booking, man. It's fantasy booking. It's all fantasy booking on my part.
That's right.
All right. Anything, Costa? Any comments on the actual team?
Were you happy about the Rangers beating the Islanders?
Was it bear shit in the woods? Let me ask you this: do you, if for some reason, we want to send Georgiev down, does he pass through waivers?
I think so.
Yeah,
he makes too much money for really to be picked up, right? No, I mean, he doesn't make a lot of money, but once that fish,
two plus million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's
not going to start
$2 million for a struggling backup is a lot of money.
Yeah, he's not going to start for anybody. Will the gated community be?
You know what? Stop. You're gonna run that
the dead horse
ground. You're gonna run these bits to the fucking ground. Come on, man. Enough. No mas.
He's beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Matt likes the bits, and then he just destroys them.
Yeah.
They continually make him laugh, so they're still doing their job.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Oh God.
So you're happy? You are. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. I'm glad I have both of you on for this because I need a. Now, somebody who used to actually come on this show way back in the early days.
Gossip.
Well, no, I think you guys know what this is all about. I mean, you know about it, Jim. During that Ranger Islander game at the, what do we call it? The USB, the IBS,
the UBS,
Fort Never Win, whatever we're calling that place. Did you notice they kept showing that couple, the girlfriend and the boyfriend?
Yeah. That's a trip. That was a trip, man.
Jim, you are aware of who that girl is, right?
Well, hold on. Now I got to look again. Wait a minute. Because
was she from the a show, a listener from the old days?
No, she wasn't. I'm just gonna see what Jim's reaction to this is.
Talk about
yes,
her?
Yes.
The sitting with Mopey here?
Yeah, Dopey and Mopey.
I know her.
Her father used to be a regular to this show. Would come in early when we were just on Blog Talk. That he's now known as Paul Ranger, as you know.
Oh,
that's his daughter.
You know what? As soon as you say that, I could totally see the resemblance.
So,
okay. Yeah, he was an every week caller.
Yeah, and I think we kind of lost him during the Trump era. I think I don't know what happened, but whatever.
We lost him. Hey, look, we've lost it. Picked up hundreds along.
Right. But anyway. Because Paul, and really his daughter was classic in that thing, patting him on the head and all that thing. But if I were her father, I'd say dump that loser in a second.
Right?
He's all mopey, he's all
schlub.
What a total beta. Just a total
cuck.
What a
little cuck.
Losing. Get that cuck out of here. Not in my family.
Look at him.
Look at that dope.
You're going to break bread with that? You're going to sit down at Thanksgiving dinner with that schlub? Look at him.
What a schlub.
Got no job, no future, no prospects.
Fatty McSad face, as Chris the Meat is calling him.
Yes, Chris is the one who texted me the picture, and he said, wait a minute, what did he say? Oh, he said, because he sent me this too, and he says, I love Kreider standing right in front of Fatty McSad face.
Yeah, the guy's like 25. He's got like thinning hair already. What's going on with him? He doesn't have the locks like the great Costa the Greek who has his own fun park up there in Honesdale. Costa's fun park.
That just says it all as an Islander fan, doesn't it?
See if you get a little better shot of it. It's a little shadowy here. I mean, it's tough because
Well, I mean, this is off my phone, so
right. There you go. It's better, yeah. Fatty McSad face.
Hey, I'm sure it's on the YouTube somewhere.
Yeah,
that picture.
And that says it too. What is? I mean, it's supposed to be. He's near the ice. It should be cool. He's all sweaty. He's all like disheveled from the Rangers throttling the Islanders.
Now, here's the question I have. Is, are people allowed to go down during the warm-ups?
Oh,
That's
I don't
my
know
question.
COVID. I don't know what
That's
the
my
restrictions
question.
they have now.
Because the God, those fucking whatever, they don't let anybody do anything there. Forget about it.
Well, yes. Then they don't let anybody do anything, but half the team's got fucking COVID. So, all right, wait, we got a picture here now. Now we're working with some technology. Love this nickname that Chris came up with him. Oh, what happened there?
Oh, hold on. I changed. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, they'll let you do anything in Boston. You could shoot somebody; they don't care. That's the way that he's blowing it up. Look at it as we speak. Fatty McSweaty. There he is. Oh, look at me. What a mope. Who's that other guy? Is that guy that kid an elf next to him there? He's got those ears like an elf. Now, if I were Paul, look at this fucking dope. If I were Paul, I would not allow my daughter to date that guy.
And there it is.
Next week on a very special New York Islanders, Fatty McSad face quits his job as a night clerk at the Motel 6 in Farmingdale.
The tale of two stories. Chris Kreider Beefcake and Fatty McSweaty or whatever his name is. Wow.
Oh boy.
Sean McCabe says beefcake and beef tits. It's a fucking home run. It's a home run.
That's great.
Wow, that's fucking. I'm crying over here with that one. He does look a little like Phil Kessel. Tracy, he does. Oh, God.
Good one, Tracy.
Yeah. Everybody's coming up with the prime material for this one. Thank God I brought it up. But that was sad to see that kid. They showed him.
Like a few times. They showed him a few times.
Good.
I think like
Good.
Rosen didn't like really get that they were like a couple. Like he was like, "Oh, she's giving it to him, Joe."
Should show him all game. Should do an MSG beginnings on him.
Right. The infirmed.
Right. It all started when he was dropped on his head as a baby. After that, he became
came out of Joy Rosen's uterus and hit the floor.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
When he was born in the back of a 78 Pinto.
Is he the love child of the chick
Joy,
that gave
Joy Rosen
the Coliseum?
Joy Rosen. Sam's distant cousin.
I don't know, man.
Oh, God.
Good for him. I hope he went home destroyed, completely.
I don't wish him $1 million.
MSG beginnings, Fatty McSad face. And when he was all through grammar school, never picked to play on any of the teams.
I think we're gonna have to make a video on this with the music. Put his face up again. I just like that music.
Hold on, I gotta get back to it.
Is he replacing Goldilocks as the new mope that they got over there?
Hopefully he's not a pedophile.
I don't want to say that.
Isn't that what Goldie got in trouble for? Smacking some girl on the tuchus?
Yeah. He got sexual harassment charges against him. But no one, if no one, the Islander fans, it probably was another guy. Not this. And now play the music again. You zoom it up, baby. Yeah, here we go.
Had to take his sister to the prom because no one else would say yes.
And look, Paul's daughter's got the good body language. Like she's like 8 feet away from him.
Had to stare at the back of Chris Kreider's head after numerous Rangers goals.
Look at this guy. Oh man, I don't know. We must be sick that we're reveling in this guy's pain. No, we're not.
That's beautiful. Look at him.
Beautiful. Even Kreider's got a little smirk on his face.
Kreider's like, I know this schlub's looking over my shoulder, watching us celebrate.
I've got double the amount of goals any of the guys on the Islanders have. He's just so happy.
This poor guy had to work 20 hours of overtime at the Mickey D's to pay for the tickets. Thought he'd take his girlfriend out for a nice night. Ubered to the game.
Now somebody is next to him, the elf, right? He's got his phone out and he's wearing number 90. Who's number 90 on the Islanders? I thought that was Tavares.
Tavares was 91.
91, okay. If you're that despondent after the first game the Rangers play the Islanders, you got a problem. You're mentally deranged. Well, there you go, man. I got
plenty more misery where he comes from.
Yep. I mean, how do you expect the Islanders to win? They had so many guys out, and he was that upset. Oh,
I guess they needed that coat cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know why would they want to play the game? Why couldn't they just postpone that game?
I don't know. They needed the money. They needed the
money.
Game.
The money.
It's all about the money.
You need to fill that arena. The Ubs.
All right, Costa.
Anything else, Costa?
Jim is crying. He's wiping his tears from laughter.
Have those been the only 3 games they played at the dump?
The dump. Yes.
There's 4 games now, isn't it?
I thought it was 3. Toronto, Calgary, and the Rangers. They play anybody else there?
The Nucks? They play the Nucks?
Hold on. I thought they lost another game after that at the arena. Hang on. Looking at their schedule now. First hit. This is the first hit on the Islanders website all day. Congrats, you are our 5th visitor. Sorry, lost to the Penguins. They got shut out by the Penguins. 1-0 the other night. They've lost 4 in a row at the new place. And their game against the Rangers last night was postponed, and the Flyers tomorrow night is postponed. They had to just fold them. Get it over with. And the Sharks come in Thursday night. That game is apparently still on unless the Islanders have a mumps outbreak or typhoid or syphilis.
Wow.
I mean, how the Sens and the fucking Islanders both had COVID outbreaks.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do some of the players are not vaccinated or some shit like that?
No, I think they're vaccinated. They just get it and maybe not have effects, but
It's that Sergei Gonchar variant.
yes, it's the omnibus version.
Right.
I don't know.
The Dodge Omni version.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I guess they get it, but they have no symptoms, but they're still considered.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when look at we got the Omicron variant.
I'm done with the variant. I can tell you right now, I'm done with the variant.
Let me tell you something.
You
know what else has variants? The common cold. 200 plus variants.
I'm just done with the whole thing, Costa.
The common flu. Like they have 4 variants, and then those 4 variants have variants. I mean, come on. Enough. No mas. Enough.
Enough with the fear. I'm
inoculated.
Exactly. I got the 2. I got the booster. I got the booster seat. I got it all. I'm done.
Oh, shit.
You're killing Costa with the cough.
Oh, God.
Play it again.
Don't play it. Come on. Stop.
Come on, touch him.
It's torture.
All right.
Anyway,
I gotta wrap.
Just to wrap it up. We can't live in fear for the rest of our lives. Oh, okay. I'm done. Okay.
I'm all night long.
He couldn't take it. He was laughing too much. He couldn't take it.
He left.
All right, Jim. I think we covered it all tonight.
We said it all.
Wow. Oh man, I'm crying, man. From beefcake and beef tits.
Yeah, that was a good one. Another all-star night by our chat room.
Yeah, you guys really.
If you listen to this tomorrow on the podcast, you really miss out not being here live.
Yeah, I tell you, a lot of laughs. And hey, listen, we're all laughs, giggles, smiles, and laughs when the Rangers are winning, baby.
That's right.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun no matter what.
That's right.
Subscribe to the Patreon if you haven't.
Yes. www.patreon.com/Blueshirt Underground. What is it? Blueshirt Underground, I think. Because I changed it because it used to be Blueshirt Underground Radio. There it is. It's at the bottom. Blueshirt Underground Show. You subscribe, support the show. $1 a month, $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever you want.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. What else?
Click the bell, as they say.
Yeah.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got, 400 or 500 subscribers. You guys have been terrific.
Jim, who we got coming up with the Rangers?
We got the Flyers and then San Jose. Rangers got a little bit of a homestand now. We got Flyers, San Jose, and Chicago coming up. Chicago's a home and home. Then the Rangers go to Chicago next week.
Good night, Patty Duke. And good night, everybody. And I think those are winnable games for the Rangers, Jim. You just reeled off.
Absolutely. Just keep on rolling.
All right. I'm going to go give myself a break and maybe snack on some Bonnie yogurt.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Let's go, Rangers. Eddie, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, too, Jim.
Yes, listen to Dr. B. $50 a month.
Oh, my God.
Do it. Do what the doctor.
Do what the
Follow
doctor.
the doctor's orders.
Yes. When's the next secret show? We'll let you know. Who knows when it's going to pop up on your TV screen?
He wants to know when we're doing our mystery hockey theater, when we're starting that up. Soon, we promise.
Soon. We're working on it.
All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Chat room was awesome.
You guys are the best.